We meet every 2 months to prepare for such a forum and update each other. And then we have, thirdly, we have the NEDI county coordination units. This one is at the county level. Every quarter we go out and meet them. It's co-chaired by the county commissioners and the county secretaries. We also report implementation and do a brief to His Excellency on monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly basis. We also identify challenges and bottlenecks. Of course, the project sustainability, His Excellency said about that the World Bank or the development partners will not be here forever, so we have to review the sustainability of this project. Participation, we participate in GOK Joint Sector Working Group. His Excellency, as the executive and the PSS know, we have different various sector working groups, and we, like as you said, road, agriculture, water, we participate in those working groups. This is the high-level consultative and policy forum. It's normally convened by His Excellency the Deputy President, co-chaired by the chairman of the FCDC. This is biannual. It used to be bi-monthly, but because of now the busy schedule of His Excellency, we made it biannual. It used to be bi-monthly before. And now the membership is the cabinet secretaries, principal secretaries of the state departments, the NEDI region governors, the senators, women reps, the National Assembly, all the elected leaders. And then, of course, in attendance, we have the NEDI advisory unit, the PIUs representing the PSS, and the World Bank Task Team leaders who are there. And we have the World Bank Task Team leader, Regini, who is also have another, Dalal, who was with another engagement outside Nairobi today. But she heads the TTLs, the NEDI portfolio. And then we have the county focal person appointed by the governors to come to this level of meeting. The role that this level 1 play, we provide policy directions for unlocking identified bottlenecks. The challenges that we will mention today, His Excellency, the CSS, the PSS will be able to unlock what the PIUs and the TTLs will raise. Today, the challenge we have has to be resolved at this level, and we have a way forward. And then the technical team that I've talked about, bi-monthly, chaired by the Chief of Staff. The last one we had on 3rd last week, and we had to come up with this report that we're now about to present about the projects. The role of this technical team is, of course, the implementation status of the projects that we're about to present, submit reports to the NEDI high-level consultative forum, unlock identified bottlenecks, develop and review integrated work plan to align the project's monitoring activities of the NEDI advisory and the PIU's work plan to the bottom-up economic, whatever. So the frequency is bi-monthly, but if there's any emergency, we'll do it weekly or 2 weekly or ad hoc as required. Now the third level is at the county, co-chaired by the county secretary, county commissioners, and the county secretary representing the county commissioners representing the national government. As an advisory unit, we'll alert them. We go to the field so that you can see, you can have the feel of the progress of those projects. And that's the role, and the frequency is quarterly. But if you have, like now, before the HE goes to this region, we'll have an advanced team to counter-check what the PIUs have given us on the bi-monthly meetings. And these are the projects that I'll go into details. These are just the icons. I'll go. Number 1, the Horn of Africa Gateway. Your Excellency, this is the backbone of the NEDI project. It's the road from Isiolo all the way to Mandera. It's 740 kilometers. It has not known 1 kilometer of tarmac since independence. So this road starts from Isiolo. After Isiolo, 3 kilometers, it goes to Meru, and it meanders through Meru County, 63 kilometers, and come back to Isiolo and go all the way to Modogashe. It's 190 kilometers, and I think this project is ready for official launch at Isiolo County because that's where the road starts from. Now there's almost 3 kilometer tarmac, blacktop, as per the peer users given us. And then we have the Wajir Tarbaj Kutulo corridor ready for groundbreaking. There's a gap, you see from Isiolo, Modogashe, there's a gap, I'm going to explain. I'm jumping to Wajir, to Tarbaj, 120 kilometers. The contractor is on site. We have handed over the site to him 2 months ago, and by the time you'll be in Wajir, you'll be able to do that section of the road for groundbreaking. And then the Kutulo, Kobo, Elwak, Gari, that's the Mandera section from Wajir side. It goes from Kutulo all the way to Mandera. The tendering process is underway, and it's in Mandera County. It's 200-06. It's section by section. And then the gap that I have there, I was mentioned from Garissa to Wajir, is here. This section of the road below is financed by GOK counterpart funding, the annuity program, and there are 4 Arab consortium development banks that support 2 sections. Modogashe Samata section is a GOK annuity. From Modogashe, now you go to annuity, where the funding is not secured yet, or a commitment is required. And then we have Wajir, Samata Wajir, where we have 90 kilometers. So you can imagine 66 plus 90, you have to VUCA that up to Wajir, and there's that gap. We also have Ramu, Mandera, all the way up there, and then we have 75 kilometers again for the annuity program. The main challenge is the annuity program. The Arab consortium, the fund is there, agreement has been signed. It's only a matter of you two again to meet these Arab consortium embassies and all that so that we can speed up. But the funding is secured in this section. But the problem is the Modogashe Samata, 67 kilometers, and the Ramu Mandera. So even if you launch from Garissa, from Isiolo to Garissa, and you launch from Wajir to Tarbaj, you have this gap in between, which is almost over 232 gap. So we really need this annuity program to be unlocked. And then we have the East Africa Regional Trade Facilitation Project. This is the Kenya-Southern Sudan link. It's 99% complete. The only 11 kilometers remaining is the Kenya-Southern Sudan International Border Dispute Area, where Your Excellency needs your intervention with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs so they can officially launch this road. And it is 327. Turkana and West Pokot are the counties. Of course, there's a construction of 25 socio-economic infrastructure sub-projects in these 2 counties. So you can imagine the road, it comes up with another 25 socio-economic infrastructure projects, and it's almost 78% to be complete by October, because the project is coming back to end to October. So by October 2024, these 25 socio-economic projects are ready. The other project that's ready is the Kainuk Bridge and Health Center, which are complete, ready for launching. As you launch the road, you also do this bridge, which is part of the road. And then we have the installation of 600 kilometer new fiber optic from Eldoret all the way to Nadapa. So this has brought 50% cheaper in internet for this region. And then we have the construction of the KRA trade facilitation. Since the border to South Sudan and Kenya, we have a KRA offices which has come along with the project. It's in Kainuk and Lodwar. It's 62% complete and will be ready by October. So also as you go to launch the road, you will have these KRA trade centers at Kainuk and Lodwar. Number 3 is the food resilience system under the State Department of Livestock, Agriculture and Livestock. It has taken over from the Kenya Climate Smart Agriculture, which has come to an end, and also the emergency locust response. You know that we had the locust issue, but this project still has some funding remaining, and of course the locust has come to an end. It has been rolling to the food resilience, but the project is still alive. It has some money still left. The food resilience, or Kenya Climate Smart, had a silo abattoir, export abattoir. This abattoir is 98% complete, and the Isiolo County has already initiated a process of public-private partnership investor. It's ready for commissioning, but the PIUs and of course the World Bank detail will tell us that they require some small amount of money, which is in the locust emergency response, to complete before your tour, which will require around 3-4 weeks to do that 2%, to unlock that funding gap. The rehabilitation of Wajir Livestock Training Institute, this institute is also part of the Kenya Climate Smart, now under food resilience. This college is 100% complete. They do diploma and certificate courses. And I think this is the future where Wajir will be expecting to have a university to upgrade this college. And it's of course waiting to be handed over to the community and ready for your official opening in Wajir County. As you do the road, groundbreaking road of the section of the Wajir Turbaj, you'll also be doing this for Wajir. De-risking and inclusion value enhancement for pastoral economies is called DRIVE. His Excellency, you can remember this, you have launched this in Laikipia in April 2023, and it covers 21 ASAL counties. You are in Laikipia. The project period is from 2022 to September 2027. The financial support budget is around 16 billion. The project implementers, partners are the State Department of Livestock, which is the project manager, and then we have the Kenya Development Corporation, which connect pastoralists to better markets for their products. And we have the Zebri Reinsurance Company, which of course provide the insurance premium. But here we have a problem with the counties where the Muslims are. They cannot access this facility of loans because of interest issue. So there's a negotiation going with the Premier Bank or the section of the Islamic banking of the KCB, so they can access this financing insurance premium. And then we have the Kenya Off-Grid Solar Program. This was targeting 250 households to sell standalone solar home systems to access electricity. So far, 180 people have purchased the standalone homes, and the system has been sold and give access to electricity around 71% success. And then targeting selling around 60% clean cooking solutions. 13,000 have already been sold, and the next component is also the standalone system for the public and community facilities like schools, hospitals will be having solar, and the community facilities like boreholes will be have that 380 there, and the public facilities are 387. So they'll have a solar system. I want to go back. In this program, the biggest budget goes to the mini-grids. And I'm sure most of the politicians and the MPs and governors, these mini-grids are in 14 counties. The chunk of the budget goes to this. And there's an issue about the land which was allocated by the counties. The counties have already allocated land, but the land belongs to the community. The county government have gazetted the land, but the National Land Commission has not granted the contractor access to the site. So we need also to consult the National Land Commission on the way forward on this. And then, of course, the PIUs have told us that by November this year, we'll be able to do the groundbreaking in all the 14 counties, maybe select some of them. Of course, they are waiting NEMA approval as well there. The World Bank has granted an extension of the project until September. And this project started in 2018, and now we are in September 2025. The Horn of Africa, groundwater, also helps about the water issues in northern Kenya. So far, the project has started in 2022, and it will end in 2028. The financial budget is that, 135 million USD. The project is a regional and covers Kenya, Ethiopia, and Somalia, and IGAD. The project is implemented in 5 transboundary counties of Garissa, Mandera, Marsabit, Turkana, and Wajir. So far, they have constructed and rehabilitated 400 boreholes, and they have reached a target of 1.5 people with access to improved water supply. And they have also formed 43 water resources associations. The next one, number 7, is the water and sanitation project. This project is in NEDI counties, 2 counties, Wajir and Garissa, but also we have it in Mombasa, Kwale, Taita Taveta, and Kilifi. The overall project progress is 68%. The construction of office block and laboratory in Wajir, Wajawasco, is 100% complete. When you go to Wajir as well, you will officially open this office block for Wajawasco. In Garissa, the construction of office block in Garissa has been terminated because it has some issues and retendering is going on. This project in these two counties, the PIU will speak to it, and maybe the World Bank team, it had an issue. Now that the CS is here, Wajir was allocated 5 billion, Garissa was allocated 5 billion. Because of incapacity of counties, they had to lose around 3 billion of that money. And you know Wajir needs water and Garissa. So I think the PIU will speak to it, or the PS is also aware, the corridor is very much aware about this project. The other one is the Kenya Urban Support Program. This one is going to phase 2. It was launched in May 2024. This day you had the Prime Minister of Somalia here. You had a visitor. It was launched in the State House. It covers 45 counties, except Nairobi and Mombasa. Now, for this project, Dadaab and Kakuma municipalities, the counties have done their part. They have issued the charter for municipalities, and it is only awaiting your official launch, so that this Kenya Urban Support Program Phase 2 can be launched in Garissa or Turkana as you do a tour. You will do two things: officially launch the municipality to issue the charter, and also launch the Kenya Support Urban Program Phase 2 in that region. In Phase 1, if I give you an example, Garissa County had received 415 million, and by that time it had only one municipality. Now they have 4. So you can imagine the amount of money they will be able to be accessing in Phase 2. Mandera has received 400, just for an example. Turkana received in Phase 1, 217. So now in Phase 2, of course, they're going to get more or similar amount of money. In the Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement Project, Phase 2 as well is going to Phase 2. The project, Phase 1, was 2011 to 2019, 14 counties. Now, Phase 2 is from 2021 to 2026 in 37 counties. It has jumped from 14 to 37. This one, of course, the budget is that 150 million from the World Bank, and then we have the 45 million euro from French Development Agency, and then we have 4.4 from EU. And the GOK counterpart is 15 million. Most of these projects lag behind or stop or installed because the GOK counterpart funding is not ring-fenced, and we'll talk about it as a challenge. Under the KISIP Phase 1, Garissa County residents are ready to receive 7,580 title deeds. So when you visit Garissa, you will as well issue those title deeds. And then, of course, the action required is the official ceremony of issuance of title deed in Garissa County. The Kenya Socio-Economic Inclusion Project, this has taken over from the Safety Net program. I think it's just cash transfer to the vulnerables and marginalized groups. It's going very well. The intervention is that securing the GOK funding also is an issue, but the program has enrolled beneficiaries of 113,464 beneficiaries in the NEDI region. The other one is FLOCA. This is now the Ministry of Environment. The World Bank and the Germany Bank have given grants to 47 counties, and it's implemented by the National Treasury, State Department of Environment, Council of Governors, and county government. NEDI, many NEDI counties have prioritized with this fund or grant, of which they have equally have to contribute themselves, water, fodder, crop farming in all wards. And then number 12 is Kenya Primary Education Equity in Learning Program called KPIL. The project started in 2022 and will end in 2026. The financial budget is 135 from the World Bank, 106 from Global Primary Education, and then we have the Logo Foundation there, 10 million. In total, we have 423 million. Total number of teachers recruited in the NEDI counties are 470 under this program. And then 2,055 standard 8 graduates from 10 NEDI counties were awarded with full scholarship to secondary school. 880, 736 learners were fed school feeding program. The 10 NEDI council, you can imagine that almost 1 million going. And then we have the IHAPs in Turkana, Garissa, Mandera, and West Pokot. When you tour this, places, you'll also be able to launch or officially open these iHubs under this program. The other education one is the SICP, Kenya Secondary Education Program. The project, I've gone back. The program, it was launched in 2017, but closing in 2023, but they have an extension of up to December 2024. It covers 135 sub-counties. Total budget was 200 million, around 20 billion. That's the budget, and I think the Jen Bugwa, the PIU is here, should speak to it, and the Minister of Education, the CS is here. I've talked to him about it, so they'll give us more on that. The Kenya Liberation Support Program, our Apple PS and the office is here. The phase 1 has come to an end. Now we're starting phase 2, where all the 47 county government have signed the initial financial agreement for them to allow to access 37 or so million. When you sign in, you get that, but later on, you will be assessed and be given money according to the number of percentage you score in the grant section. Your Excellency, this program, you have to launch it in September. I think the PS, Madam Treasurer, will give us timing and venue. It covers all the 47 counties. And a lot of NEDI county government have secured a lot of money from this in phase 1. In phase 1, it was 200 million, the World Bank being there, and then the Kenya GOK 87. So the disbursement of phase 1, you can imagine it was 99% to the counties. All the 47 counties received 5.6 billion for capacity building in phase 1. In phase 1, capacity building, the NEDI counties got 1.2 billion. And then the last one, on the list is the Kenya Devolution Response for Displacement Impact Project. This is the refugee hosting community in Wajir South, sub-county, Wajir, Garissa, and Turkana. In phase 1, the program closed in April this year, and financing application for phase 2 is under consideration. The project was implemented in 3 counties, Garissa, Turkana, Wajir. There's a proposal for it to be extended to neighboring counties. Let's say in Wajir South, we have the Wajir West next to it, the road that divides, and Wajir East. And of course, there's a proposal of Marsabit, Turkana, and Lamu for extension. In this project, 4,977 groups have received 500,000 each. So you can imagine 500,000 in 5,000 groups. How many amount of cash has gone to that? And then there are 31 producer organizations. Each group has got 4 million from this project. There's a health center in Turkana, which is complete, ready for launch. There's a primary school in Turkana County. There's a secondary school in Dadaab and Mudogashi, 2 of them. And then we have a hospital sub-county in Burra, I think, yeah, Burra sub-county. And then we have those 2 projects in Wajir County for water. All the above projects are 100% complete and for you to launch during your tour. The challenges that the programs have are, of course, low, inadequate, and delayed disbursement of funds to MDS and county government from the National Treasury. Low absorption rate of allocation of MDS and counties, of course, they have low absorption rate. Inadequate GOK counterpart funding for various projects that I've mentioned is a challenge. Security challenges, of course, in Northeastern, especially the road from Isiolo all the way to Kulamawa and Mudogashi. We have the administration police and police taken over, but as this goes deeper, from Wajir all the way to Mandera, the KDF has taken over. So that's for the road, but we need to extend that security management to all projects. Like now in COSAP, if you say you're going to do it in Fafi, in Garissa County, even the area MP elect cannot go to some part of his constituency because of security challenges. The other challenge we have is the land acquisition and compensation to project-affected persons. This one as well, I said, the National Land Commission, we need to call them. But the goodness with the road from Isiolo all to Wajir, the World Bank has said that part of the funding can be used to compensate the project affected persons. This delays in issuance of clearance letters from the AG. We have a high staff turnover in counties. These are the main challenges that the technical team do address. Of course, our recommendation is that this biannual meeting or ad hoc will be regularized now. We'll diarize it so that the leaders and the technical team will know when will be the next high-level consultative meeting. And of course, the NEDI Technical Forum, we had it on 3rd of September. The next one is 3rd of November. And of course, we are communicating to the county coordination unit when we can have next quarterly meeting. And then, of course, for this meeting today, we have to prepare for the launching, commissioning, and groundbreaking of all those projects that I've mentioned. But for more details, the PIUs, or the National Project Coordinators, and the principal secretaries are here, and the World Bank task team leaders are also here, so that we can take any questions or answer any concerns with the help of now the CSS and yourself to give us direction on how to address the challenges we have stated, and also the projects that have stated. The governors, I wish they were here, so that we know a diary when we are coming to the place, so that we can agree with them on the diary when you're touring the region. So I think that is a summary of it. But we also have a similar programs in the NEDI counties. Kenya, Somalia, Ethiopia border. Your Excellency, you can remember, you have gone to Mandera with the then High Commissioner, Jane Marriott, to launch this project. The project is doing very well and it's progressing. It's under our office and the interior. We also have a similar one, UNDP, under your project, under your office, and it's also in Garissa, Wajir, and Mandera. We also have this Northeastern Advisory Group, CAGAS, chaired by the Chief of Staff, but co-chaired by one of the development partners, currently is the UN President Coordinator. We have members of the World Bank, the EU, the UK, the IGAD, the FCDC, and the Chief of Staff will be sharing next month the first meeting on this advisory unit. And thank you, and I'll open the floor for plenary, and then I hand over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Rashid. Maybe before we proceed, we want to give an opportunity to CSR as well, because she has a presidential function in an hour's time. Okay. We can allow her to make some presentations so that we can allow her to proceed. Karibu CSR.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, my colleagues, the CSS, Ministry of Education, Water and Sanitation, the Principal Secretaries, and all our technical teams, Your Excellency, especially the technical team for this high-level platform, I want to recognize the great work that Ibrahim has presented here. I think they have captured the reasons why we are here very well and highlighted what we need to do and where we are. Allow me, Your Excellency, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak ahead of my other colleagues. His Excellency is in Kibera at 11, His Excellency the President, and therefore I appreciate you allowing me to speak ahead. And therefore say just a few remarks, Your Excellency. I believe my technical teams are here, Lydian. The director, Lydian, is here with the other, yes. Those will be able to handle the technical issues and of the programs that we are handling as listed. It is a great honor, Your Excellency, to address you today as the chair of this forum to highlight the implementation status of the donor-funded program under my ministry that are a matter of subject in today's discourse, all being implemented through the State Department for Housing and Urban Development. Your Excellency, although we are covering today the 10 counties, we are working beyond the 10 counties, and because our program is one, allow me, even if I touch on the others that is still within the presentation. The programs Kenya Urban Support Program and Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement Program, that is KISIP and KUSIP, are now on their respective second phase of implementation. This is largely as a result of the resounding success and need that remains unmet in supporting urban institutionalization and urban infrastructure, as well as improving our informal settlements. Your Excellency, allow me to give a brief overview of the respective programs. The Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement Program aims to improve the living conditions of people living in informal settlements through provision of security tenure, upgrading of infrastructure, and enhancing livelihood opportunities and support towards institutional capacity building for slum upgrading. Your Excellency, I found myself in trouble with the word slum upgrading when I was being vetted, and therefore we still need to think about this as a forum and as a State Department. Parliament was not very happy with that word or description. In KISIP 1, which was implemented in 14 counties, was jointly financed by IDA through the World Bank at a cost of US dollars 98 million. And then AFD gave us 38.5 million US dollars, and CEDA gave us 8 million US dollars. The government of Kenya provided the 10% of that funding, the counterpart. As a result of the success of KISIP 1 and 2 was designed to reach more settlements, population, and then KISIP 2 is now funded to a tune of 191. In other words, Your Excellency, this amount was doubled for the second phase to the tune of 191.5 million, jointly by IDA, and then at a cost of 142 million, and then AFD at US dollars 49 million. KISIP 2 is currently being implemented in 37 counties. And I won't go through all of them. That is the ASALs and others, because we have gone beyond, like places like Embu, Kisii, which are beyond ASAL. So a total of 37 counties. My teams will give the entire list. The Kenya Urban Support Program was implemented from 2018 to December 2023. The first phase was implemented in 45 counties, leaving Mombasa and Nairobi counties, and then benefiting 59 municipalities. The Urban Support Program, Kenya Urban Support Program, was mooted to catalyze the establishment and operationalization of urban institutions and improve service delivery in our urban areas in line with Urban Areas and Cities Act. As a result, Your Excellency, of its success and drastic growth of our urban areas, KISIP 2 will be implemented across 79 municipalities, 20 more than the initial ones, 59, and that therefore includes, within the 79 includes Dadaab and Kakuma, with a big population, Your Excellency, being covered at those refugee camps. The program will run for 5 years from 14th March, and we launched this program at State House 14th March to 30th June 2028. The new program, phase 2, will have a cumulative amount of 350 million US dollars. Out of that, US $300 million being the loan, while 50 million US dollars is a grant. KISIP 2 will use 2 financing instruments, that is program for results, for financing of county level investments, and indeed the counties are critical and they are the ones doing the procurement and implementation. And then the other instrument is IPF for national level activities related to the program in terms of management, Your Excellency. The P4R, that is program for results, P4R will account for 90% of the total amount, meaning the only amount for management of this program is 10%, amounting to 25 million US dollars. During the design of KUSIP 2, it was realized that refugee camps were home for huge populations. We have captured from our data, national data, about 378,723 refugees and asylum seekers living in Dadaab, and then another 274,920 reside in Kakuma refugee camps. And therefore, you can understand the attention that we are now having for the two to be part of our program. The interventions with respect to KISIP program in NEDI counties are as follows. KISIP 1, under land tenure regularization component, land planning and titling was undertaken in Garissa County. Under KISIP 1, a total of 7,580 leases or titles, in another word, were prepared and attestation has been undertaken. I'm happy, Your Excellency, to report that issuance of the leases is in His Excellency, the President's diary for this month of September. KISIP 2, planning and survey is currently underway and in various stages of, that is in Tana River, Marsabit, Turkana, West Pokot, Wajir, and the details of how many settlement schemes are in my presentation. There are quite a number. Under the infrastructure upgrading component, the program will include upgrading of roads, drainage, lighting in Wajir County, Lamu settlement, Lamu where we have 6 settlement schemes. The 2 counties have already procured contractors to implement the works, and to note, the Governor, Lamu County, has already commissioned the works, and we are working very well with most of the governors in these counties, Your Excellency. And I think the relationship should be encouraged and strengthened as part of our maybe results expected from this meeting. All the NEDI counties will benefit from the slum upgrading, all the 10 counties. In addition, as Aria mentioned, the project is assisting another 30, a total of 30 counties, including West Pokot, Wajir, Tana River, Ramu, Mandera, in the development of specific slum upgrading and prevention strategies. Under the first Kenya Urban Support Program, disbursements of 2.3 billion shillings for various infrastructure projects were made in the counties of Garissa, Isiolo, Lamu, Mandera, Marsabit, Samburu, and Turkana and Wajir. Then the second, KUSIP 2 aims to upscaling and enhancing the implementation of KENAP, the National Urban Development Policy Program, and I'm glad that here we are dealing more at high level with policy, as well as strive to address the urbanization challenges in Kenya. Our urban areas are bedeviled with massive challenges because of mushrooming, haphazard developments. Honorable Your Excellency, the window of the host communities and the refugee component for this program is for us a winner and should be supported, and we are happy that it is part of this second planning. In conclusion, the key challenges faced under the respective programs are, for example, delays by counties in appointment of engineers, simple or administrative works like appointment of engineers and municipality managers and project managers. Other problems is delay in the location of existing services on construction way leave. Sometimes it is necessary to remove people in a way of displacement, but that cannot be done without participation of the county, and that is something that we need to address as we are addressing the challenges facing us. Of course, through statutory approval of LP and LUDPs by county assemblies, specifically Tana River has had that challenge. Low absorption of funds, Your Excellency, we will find across the board this is a big challenge for all of us, and I think no one person should take the blame. We should all share the blame, from state departments to the ministries. The partners sometimes also take too long to give no objection comments, and to and fro, and also Treasury could take a very large share. I think Treasury should help us to fast track. Your Excellency, there are many other, my ministry proposes the following as interventions, and I think this is where possibly we are, that counties are encouraged to partner with other national government agencies, that is Kura and Kera are critical, and of course Energy Ministry for purposes of infrastructure. Counties should interact with service providers for purposes of relocation, and especially when it comes to moving waivers or compensation. The project is engaging the county, the Council of Governors, and I want to confirm that we work very well with Mary Mwiti and her chair, Anne Waiguru. Mary Mwiti, the CEO of County of Governors, of Council of Governors. Your Excellency, finally, there is a big challenge because of the county government's additional funding law that has to be dealt with. The disbursements of funds to the counties get stuck before this is completed as an exercise. And I think that is something as a government we need to agree on how to deal with, because it's becoming one of the biggest handles or barriers. Overall, Your Excellency, my ministry, specifically State Department for Housing and Urban Development, is happy that this forum took place today, and we confirm our commitment to work with you in this high-level engagement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, CS. I trust you leave behind some senior officials to be able to continue the discussion.
Yes, they will stay.
Okay.
Lilian, Your Excellency, and her counterpart will stay.
Very good.
And they are senior members, they are directors in my State Department.
Great, thank you. I think we had a very good presentation from Rashid. I don't know, Chief of Staff, what is the next? Do we continue with other presentations, or we get reactions? We get a
reaction from the elected members.
Okay. Rashid?
Your Excellency, since as a technical team, the PIUs and the World Bank technical task team leaders are here, we will open the floor to the elected leaders that we have some queries about the projects, especially the abattoir or the off-grid, whichever they have some concern, and then we'll open up to have more detailed information from the PIUs and a small brief or challenges the World Bank TTLs will tell us about after the PIUs will give to the World Bank technical team. Now we open the floor to the